Hello, how are you doing? I hope you are all feeling wonderful. In this tutorial we're going to learn about lists. We can use lists when we have a group of values to store that are related but they are more than one, like when. Listen to this song.
Daddy shark, Daddy shark, Daddy shark. Grandma shark, Grandma shark, Grandma shark, Grandma shark. Grandpa shark, Grandpa shark, Grandpa shark, Grandpa shark. Let's go.
Okay, so this is a good example of when we can use lists. Why? Because if you look at this is being repeated. So here we have a group of variables: baby shark, mommy shark, daddy shark, grandma shark, and grandpa shark that are related, but they are more than one, and they are variables. So these things are constant, and these ones are being changed, so they are variable. So this is a good example of when we can use lists. So I'm gonna show you a project in Scratch that we are gonna write lyrics for this song and using lists. Stick around to do it together. Welcome to Kidicode Ninja tutorial. This is Eddie and this is your place to learn to code and have fun. Okay, to learn about the list, we're gonna create something like this that has a shark family list. So a list that its name is a shark family, and then it gets the input from us, and then as a lyric it will put it on this shark's like a thinking bubble. So it says who, I listen to the music, it says baby shark, I type it comes here, and then mommy shark, anything that the song says, I'm adding it. Daddy shark, Daddy shark, Daddy shark, Grandma shark, Grandma shark, Grandma shark, Grandma shark, Grandpa shark, So now you see that the shark is saying the things that we already put it here. Mommy shark, mommy shark, mommy shark, mommy shark. The timing doesn't exactly match, but when we are writing it with adding breaks in right seconds, we can fix it. So you got the idea. We are creating a list and then we are putting a set of variables that are similar, and there are more than one, like a baby shark, mommy shark, daddy shark. They're all sharks, family of sharks. And then we're gonna use it. How are we gonna use it? To recreate the lyrics on the thinking bubble of the shark. So let's see how we can write it. Our goal is to learn to work with the lists. Alright, so let's give the project name. I call it lists, and baby shark do. Okay, that's how I name it. You can name it whatever you like. And then let's delete this. Let's find a shark. The good thing is already there is shark here. I'm gonna choose this one. And then also a backdrop. Let's choose, if I type C or underwater, let's go to underwater, and I'm gonna take this one. So here we go. Now let's create a list. So if we go to the variables, we have the option of make a list. I'm gonna name my list Shark Family. So okay, now I have an empty Shark Family list. Let's write a code that gets input from us so that we can add items to our list. If you look at here, there is a code add thing or like something to Shark Family. Let's use this and write our code. So like always, we need to trigger it by dragging the code when green flag is clicked. So when green flag is clicked, then let's get back to the variables. First thing I do is delete all of the Shark Family so that when I rerun my program, I start with a fresh list. And then we had like baby shark, mama shark, daddy shark, papa shark, grandpa shark. So something is going to be repeated 5 times. So I go to the control and repeat 5 times. And let's say this shark is asking who, or like who do you want me to add to the list. In order to do that, I go to sensing and then what do we have here? Ask. I'm dragging ask. Instead of this, who shall I add, or let's say which shark. Okay, and let's get back to the variable and see what we have here under the list. There is a cool feature, add thing to Shark Family. So add, instead of thing, whatever is the answer of this question is going to be added to the Shark Family list. So I go back to sensing and there should be answer here, which is here. So add answer to the Shark Family. So this is for filling the list. So what happens is if I click here, the shark is asking which shark. I say baby shark. When it asks again, I say daddy shark, grandpa shark, and so on. We can just fill the list like this. So what I want to do is after the list is completed, I want to broadcast a message so that the shark is singing back or writing back the lyrics. So somehow I need to announce it. So I'm going to the event and here I'm gonna use broadcast message. Let's create a new message. I write say the lyric so that the shark when sees this, knows that should say the lyric. Okay. Okay, let's also add the music to our code. So let's go to the sound. I've already downloaded the song that I want to use, the Baby Shark doot 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 doot. You can also go ahead and download it. I've downloaded the code, so I'm gonna upload it here. I'm gonna import it here. Also, I want to make this smaller and reduce the parts that I do not need it, so I'm deleting the extras so that I can start only from the part that I need. So I listen to it to make sure that's what I want. So I only want to take from Baby Shark to Grandpa Shark. Okay, so I listened to the song and then I cut the parts that I do not need and keep the parts that are needed for my code. You can do the same as well. Okay, now that the song is there, let's go to the code, and I want it to be started as soon as I click on the green flag. So when green flag clicked, again to the sound, start sound, not the start sound but play sound until done. Done. Okay, let's get to the most exciting part of it, which is filling the items to the list. So I play this and I listen to what I hear, and then when the shark asks the question, I answer. Which shark? Baby shark.
Mommy shark do 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 do. Mommy shark do 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 do. Mommy shark do 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 do. Mommy shark.
Daddy shark do 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 do. Daddy shark do 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 do. Daddy shark do 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 do. Daddy shark.
Grandma shark do 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 do. Grandma shark do 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 do. Grandma shark do 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 do. Grandma shark.
Grandpa shark do 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 do. Grandpa shark do 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 do. Grandpa shark do 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 do. Grandpa shark.
Okay, now we have a list full of the items that we want them. The next is we want the music to be played again, and this time we are using the items in the list so that a cloud comes at the top of the shark's head and saying the lyrics of the song while you are doing nothing, while you are sitting and watching it. So let's see how we can write the code for this. So remember, here we use broadcast, say the lyrics. I'm gonna use it in the events. When I receive, say the lyrics, I'm gonna stop all the sounds so that the song is gonna start again, and then I'm gonna start it again. So start the sound. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna loop around the list. So I'm gonna point to this and this and this and this and this and use it as a thinking message. So let's see what I'm saying. I'm going to control and I'm gonna repeat several times. Later on we can change it. Let's say 5 times because we have 5 items here. 5 times I want to think, so not me but the shark is gonna think about anything that is written here. I don't want to manually write baby shark. I want to use my list. That's why we have created the list. So if you look at the list, here, we can say think about item 1 of shark family. I'm gonna repeat 5 times. Think item number 1 and then item number 2 and so on of the list. So if I click on this, I will see baby shark here. I want to see the same thing for item 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on, but I don't want to repeat it. I'm going to use a counter. So let's create a variable, make a variable, name it counter, okay, and then set the counter to 1. I'm gonna also set the counter to 1 at the beginning of the program as well, so that when I'm finished, it's reset again. So I set the counter to 1, and I think item instead of 1, I would use the counter, and then so 5 times think item 1, item 2, item 3, item 5 for 2 seconds, and then change counter by 1. So here on the variable, change counter by 1. I want to also think about the fixed part of the song, the lyric. So I want to also think do 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 do. One more. Okay. Let's also add a bit of cosmetic to it. So let's use multiple costumes so that the shark doesn't look the same all the time. So like this, next costume. So think, go to next costume. We can also change the color effect a little bit so that it looks like the shark color would be changed. Slowly, like this. Instead of repeat 5, which is length of the array, there is something really cool here, which is length of shark family. So I didn't need to count 5. I could just repeat this as long as there is something in the list. Length of shark family, like this. Now let's run it and see what we did. Okay, baby shark,
Baby shark, do 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 do, baby shark, do 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 do, baby shark. Mommy shark, do 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 do, mommy shark, do 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 do, mommy shark, do 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 do, mommy shark.
Daddy shark,
Daddy shark,
Daddy
shark, Daddy shark.
Grandma shark, do 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 do, grandma shark, do do do.
Now look at here.
Baby shark, do 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 do, baby shark, do do do, baby shark. Mommy shark, do 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 do.
So the lyrics are coming a bit faster. So the lyrics are showing here, so our code is working pretty good, but the timing doesn't match, which you can play with this times and put a bit more delays in between so that you can figure out how to match it. I hope you liked this video and you learned something. Lists are very useful in programming. You can do a lot of things with it. This was just one example, but if you learn this, you can do a lot of things with the list. If you like the video, don't forget to press like, subscribe, and hit the bell and share it with your friends so that other smart people like yourself would learn something. See you next week. Bye.